Welcome to Cat's Crypto Peepcast. Revealing reviews, titillating tech talk, never, ever financial advice. Hello everyone and welcome to Cat's Crypto Peepcast. I'm Katherine Jenkins and I'm here with Batman. Hello Batman.
Hello folks.
Today is September 15th, and this is episode number 12. So we will get started with some crypto prices. And according to CoinMarketCap, the top 5 are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether. It's merged Ethereum now, though. It's a different Ethereum. USDC and BNB. Bitcoin is $19,832. Ethereum is $1,505. BNB is $272. Solana is $33.74. And Polygon is 83 cents. Everything looks kind of shitty today.
It's a red day for sure.
Yeah, it's a red day. And we've been kind of dumped since the CPI numbers, which came out. Was that Tuesday? When was that?
Yeah, that was on Tuesday.
That was Tuesday. And what did they come up with this time? Was it 8.3%?
Yeah, 8.3%. And it was 8.5 the month prior. So it was only a 0.2% reduction, which is pretty bad. Basically means that the feds don't know what they're doing.
And was it different than what people were expecting? Because there was a different sentiment the day before. Everyone thought that the market was going to open better than it did.
Yeah. So I was even thinking it was going to be better. I fell in for the hopium.
I did too. You guys fooled the fuck out of me. I was really
that's
surprised.
On me.
And not just you though, other people.
Yeah, I mean, even the market thought that, like, they ran it up like crazy, like the Monday before. That's why, like, the S&P 500 had such a big drop the next day. It's because, like, everyone was blindsided. But yeah, no, it's pretty crazy because I thought it was going to be good based on the fact that gasoline prices were getting better, and used car sales were getting better. And typically when that happens, compared to the last month, the CPI should get better. However, in this case, like, other things also did worse in 1 month over the month, and a lot of people weren't paying attention to that stuff, me included. And the gas thing is only like a temporary thing. It's not like gas prices will be improving into end of year. If anything, gas prices are probably going to get worse during the winter, with everyone like using gasoline, right, for their heaters and whatnot. So if anything, those numbers should actually get worse at the end of the year. And so the market is realizing that now, that the feds, like J-Pow, everyone, they have been pretty ineffective with combating inflation. So that's why we had this huge sell-off, like, across the board. And now it's continuing into today.
Oh, here we are. Well, I guess now it's time for everyone to slip on their maid uniforms because we're going to do some housekeeping. And the first thing that I have on my list is I'm not going to be doing giveaways as heavily as I have been for the past many, many months. And that is for a few reasons. The first being that they aren't as valuable as they once were. A lot of mints don't technically go as well as they're supposed to, or the price dumps below mint, so it's better to buy on secondary, and it's been this way for quite a while. The second is there doesn't seem to be that much of a demand from the community because I'm not filling the spots that I'm getting for the giveaways. And thirdly, the dynamic between the projects and myself in doing these is not what it used to be. I used to offer this as a service. It used to be a way to promote your projects and fill your pre-sales or fill your mints. And now it's like just this like weird expected thing. And I don't even talk to the teams most of the time. I'm just talking to some like child who's been hired as a collab manager, and there's no real benefit to the project and there's no real benefit to my community for it. So all of those things combined, I'm not really seeing what the value is anymore to you guys or to myself. But I will be keeping an eye on what's out there anyway. I mean, in all honesty, it's not like the whitelists that I've been giving away. It's not like you can't get them in 400 other places. So, I'll still be looking out for myself to get whitelisted for things and just enter these mindless fucking corrals of, you take a screenshot on Twitter and post it, and then they give you a whitelist. Like, I don't know. I've been like powering through these issues I've had with giveaways for a while, because first of all, the market went to shit, and then they just weren't worth it anymore. And then when the market crashed back in like May or whatever, that's when a lot of people just left. So it's been hard to get the same kind of response. And then moving from like token, like I didn't even mention token pre-sales look ridiculous right now. Like the BSC pre-sale that I most recently saw that I could have gotten whitelist spots for is called Tate Inu. And like there's like 1,000 things that could happen in the universe before me getting spots for something called Tate Inu for you guys. So yeah, but when I moved into NFTs, like I just saw like you can enter these giveaways and you don't even have to do anything. Like you just click a bot, like a giveaway bot. So you're not even like interacting with the project's community. You're maybe entering the Discord. Like I had a giveaway the other day where like I think 1 person out of 10 actually entered the Discord, where they were supposed to be getting a whitelist spot for joining the community. And there's just no joy. There's no like celebration when you win, like no one gives a shit. Like it's not hard to get these spots, and it's just bothered me for months. I'd rather focus my time and energy on things that help the Peepshow and the Peepcast grow, and like help me grow personally. Like I spent too much time on this shit. I'm not going to be focusing so much time on it. If there is something like amazing, I will still get spots for it. If you guys have things that you want to get spots for, all you have to do is drop a line to me in like one of the chats or one of the suggestion channels, and I will get spots for it. Like I'm not giving it up completely. But I'm just not going to spend so much time on it. So, and Batman thinks that that's a good idea, don't you?
Yeah, no, I think it's a good idea. I feel like everyone's just like inundated with whitelists right now.
Yeah.
For a lot of crappy projects too, to be honest. Like I want to say like out of 100 projects I give out whitelists, maybe like 10%, even if that, are actually good. Everything else is just trash. And I feel like it's better to spend your time monitoring projects after they mint out and all the paper hands get out, because I feel like just buying it on secondary may be a better bet, because you know how it's going to go.
It's like, yeah, it's mathematically a better bet because it's fucking cheaper.
It's
usually cheaper on secondary. There's no sense in minting it and losing money when you can just buy it on secondary. So
And I've actually fallen prey to a few of those types of mints, especially on Launch My NFT. Like half the time I feel like it's just the team cooking their own project, and then you go to secondary and all that buy pressure is just immediately gone. It's like,
exactly,
your collection just sold out in like a second. Why is no one buying this?
Yeah,
it's because like the team probably bought most of it. Or some guy with a bot probably just went crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's probably best to wait for secondary, see how the volume's doing, and if it's good and the team looks promising, then I guess jump in if the floor is good.
That's the plan. And if you have a problem with it, fuck yeah, because you weren't joining the goddamn giveaways to begin with. Except for Avi. I feel bad for Avi because he's joined like every single giveaway.
Yeah, no, dude's a legend. We love you, Avi.
Yeah, sorry, Avi. Like if I could just get one for you as a favor, I would. But so yeah, that's that. Fuck giveaways. Secondly, as I say, I would like to focus on things that help this whole fucking thing grow. And I have been working to grow the Peepcast. And one of the things that can help, that you can do to help with that, is to leave us a rating and review wherever you're listening to my voice right now. It will be a huge help to get the word out, and we appreciate it very much. And if you hate the Peepcast, just send me an email. It's katherinejenkins1@protonmail.com, and just tell me why you hate it, and I'll try to do better. Okay, it's better than leaving us a terrible review, because then I can actually do something about it for you. So we can move on to what's hot today. I think the number one thing on that list would be the ETH Merge that I mentioned earlier. So Ethereum has moved from proof of work to proof of stake. That is the ETH Merge in the simplest terms. Do you have a different way of describing that, Batman? What else should we say about this?
I don't think so. I think that's all you have to say. Went from proof of work to proof of stake.
Yeah.
Still going to
So
be the
for
same
anyone who
fees.
doesn't know what those mean, how would you say? How would you differentiate those things?
So basically, you go from mining with computers to mining with the cloud. I guess that's how you can describe it.
Okay.
So you no longer need like a graphics card or something that takes up like an insane amount of power, like with Bitcoin.
Right.
So it's kind of like Solana. Everyone's copying Solana, basically.
One of the, well, let's not split hairs here, but I think there've been some other chains that were proof of stake before Solana. But anyway, yeah. So basically, one of the advantages is less energy use, less energy consumption. I think speed is supposed to be one, but I'm not sure.
It's only supposed to be like, I think, like slightly faster. At least with how Ethereum's set up right now.
Yeah.
I think the TPS should go to like somewhere between 22 and 30. It could be way higher. If I check right now, I'm not entirely sure, but the TPS is like marginal increase in speed from what I understand.
And just as a comparison to Solana's TPS, which is what, like 2,000 or something?
Yeah, 2,000, which is like 1/25th of what it should be.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Okay. What were you saying?
I was saying the other cool thing, I guess, that they're saying with proof of stake is that it'll be easier to scale their system now. Like that's the one thing with Solana, even though they say it, I feel like it's not always true, but they say it's easily scalable to any kind of demand and size, which is not always the case, as you can see. Like when there's a lot of botting, like the TPS just craps itself. But with Solana, with Ethereum, they said that they should be able to easily scale things now that they have this proof of stake system. So that should be interesting to see.
It's a big day. It's a very large
very
event.
Big day. And it happened seamlessly, which is also really cool. They didn't have to restart the network or anything. Like
I didn't hear anything about anything going wrong.
No wallets got drained, at least from Ethereum. No, it was pretty good. And they were also giving out these POAPs for anyone that watched their live stream, which is pretty cool. It's like this proof of attendance protocol. And there's like little badges that you can have that says, "Hey, I was here for the Ethereum merge."
Like little
and
NFTs.
Airdrop it. Yeah. So hopefully that's going to be worth something down the line.
I think
I
saw a tweet. I'm not sure how accurate it was, but someone minted the first NFT after the merge for and their gas was like 36 ETH or something. It's like a panda bear or something like that.
Oh, was it? You said 36 ETH?
Yeah, that was how much they paid to be like the first, like on the top of the first page of merged Ethereum.
Oh man.
This is pretty cool. I mean, that if you had that to play with, then that's a pretty fun badge of honor, I think, and it's historic NFT.
Historic NFT.
Yeah. So yeah, ETH Merge, pretty fucking exciting stuff. And then some other things that have been hot this week. First is Starbucks announced Starbucks Odyssey, which is a blockchain-based loyalty platform where you can earn and purchase digital assets to unlock exclusive experiences and rewards. The beta is coming up, and you can get on the waitlist for it. I am on the waitlist for the beta.
And this is through Starbucks?
Yeah, this is through Starbucks, called Starbucks Odyssey. I'll put a link in the show notes for how to get on the wait list. But yeah, I was slightly interested in it because I already like Starbucks. Like I already have used their rewards program in the past, and they have a pretty cool like rewards slash payment system where you have the app, you can like you can load money onto it, and use your cash through the app. You just go through the drive-through or through the line, and they scan your fucking like QR code on your phone or whatever. And then you get rewards, which if you have, I've never like amassed enough of these rewards to do anything with them, honestly. But they have a pretty robust program, is my point, that I've participated in. So I was interested in this. Usually things like this, I'm like, oh great, McDonald's has fucking NFTs or something, like whatever. But I don't know. This one kind of struck my fancy. So if I'm able to participate in the beta, I will. You know what I noticed though, because I have gotten Starbucks a couple times this week, and I heard it in the news actually, that's probably what I noticed, is their fucking prices went up like noticeably. Like a drink is like $6 now.
Thank you, J-Pow.
Jesus. I mean, yeah, I mean, I've seen it everywhere in fucking bananas and oranges and shit for a month, but then Starbucks, hit me where it hurts, I want to get a big giant coffee sometimes. I gotta pay like $6 fucking and some change for it now. So that is Starbucks Odyssey, and I will give you guys the link to join that waitlist. Next up, we had an AMA with Sisyphus, who is a fellow caller on Solana, and he's such a good alpha caller that I wanted to interview him, and that's not an understatement. He's really a talented guy when it comes to spotting projects, mainly on the secondary that are going to do well, NFT wise on Solana. And turns out he's cool as shit, which we kind of had a hunch, but he was a mysterious dude. There wasn't a lot. He hadn't done any interviews before. He hadn't hopped on any spaces before. And he told me actually that he doesn't talk a lot. And like, we got him to talk a lot, which was a lot of fun because he is an interesting person and he did have some cool things to say. And he gave a lot of insight into how he researches projects, which is obviously invaluable information if you're trying to make money with NFTs on Solana. So currently you can listen to the recording of that on Twitter, which I will drop the link for that as well. The audio was really bad for this one for a few parts of it. Namely my audio, which there's no explanation because I was using the same connection, the same device, sitting in the same spot in my house. It's really weird. That will be fixed for the podcast version of it. So I just wanted to let you know the Twitter recording is kind of crap, but it'll be better when it's uploaded as a podcast.
I think that's just Twitter Spaces being ruggy as usual.
Yeah, I can't understand why. Like, I don't know.
You would think it would be better, especially when they said they want to be like this podcast platform now.
Exactly.
Spaces, but nope.
But technically, why? Like, he's in the Philippines, so I don't know if it could have been like the connection between all of us that was bad. I really don't know how this works on the back end, but that was the only thing that made sense to me is like, we just had like a terrible connection with each other. But either way, I sounded like crazy and like you can't even hear what I'm saying at some points, but I'll fix it later. Fix it in post.
You're a good editor.
I'm a good editor. The next step would be Magic Eden. This was a very hot topic this week. Announced in partnership with Coral Cube, something called MetaShield, where that allows creators to track Solana NFTs listed with custom royalties, meaning if someone doesn't want to pay the royalties that were set by the owner, right?
Yep, correct.
And this is dictated by marketplaces, number one. There's some marketplaces that allow you to trade with zero royalties or custom royalties. They can be more, or you can set it for more than the set royalties as well. No one talks about that. And hopefully not OTC trades. I don't know. Do you know if you can be punished for making an over-the-counter trade with an NFT?
That seems to be one of the gray areas. There's actually quite a few gray areas with this that they really don't know what they're talking about, I feel like.
Who would have thought? Yeah. This is interesting. So It allows the creators to track the NFTs that are listed with custom royalties and take actions that they see fit to protect their business. This is Magic Eden's words I'm reading to you right now. And one of the actions that the creator could take is blurring the image of the NFT. Another would be bricking it, like making it non-tradable, non-transferable. So I can imagine you as a listener have some questions popping up in your mind right now, like, because everyone's had questions popping up in their mind about this. So Batman, what are your thoughts on this whole thing?
I think they just made the ecosystem hell of a lot more centralized in terms of all like the NFTs, which is kind of funny because the one thing whenever you bring up Solana to all these people are like, wait, isn't that the centralized ecosystem?
Oh my
Like
God.
that's the one
Magic
thing it
Eden
has
just
going
makes it worse.
for it. I mean, they're actually giving it like validity, like
Yeah,
every
they
single
are.
update. Now with this, and I was actually surprised to see Coral Cube team up with them. I did not expect that, especially
Okay,
since
let
like
me
Magic
interrupt
Eden
you
was
for
like
just a
stealing
second.
stuff from them.
Forgive me, but you're surprised because a month ago they had beef with each other.
Yeah, because
Like
Magic Eden was
public
like stealing
beef.
their stuff.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of funny that happened. I don't know what kind of weird power play that is, but that's happening now. But yeah, and I don't like this at all. I don't like the centralized aspect of it, even though I think that like pure decentralization is kind of a meme thing. This is like going into the wrong direction. They basically just said that anyone that does this, like any project owner does this, all the buyers of that project are not real owners.
No. They can't decide what to do with their NFT
Yeah,
after they buy it.
they're basically renting it.
Yeah.
Or you can think of this like entire process like the homeowners association almost, whereas you have to like ask them like, can I sell it here? Is this okay?
Exactly. Can I
Right?
put
Like, can I
this
trade
here?
this in
Yeah.
in another like offline exchange? Like you have to get permission from these guys. Like, what if you loan it out? Like, can they freeze it after the fact and then you just like immediately get liquidated? Like,
Oh
that's
my
kind of
God.
scary. It's kind of scary, like to think of the implications that come with it. And they didn't really answer any of that.
And you think about it, like, and someone else made this point too, but I thought it like a group of adults like had to like talk to each other before they before they made this tweet, right? And like decided like they had to think about like, did they think about these questions that people were gonna have? Like, I don't understand it.
I think they saw dollar signs, and that's pretty much it. Because I mean, like the one bad thing I guess with Magic Eden getting all this funding now, and VC funding is that they have like a fiduciary duty to them. Like
Yeah,
they don't have a duty to us anymore.
they don't. They had
Whereas
duty
they did
to
in the past.
VCs.
Yeah, so to them, this is a good idea because I mean, it just cements them as being like this monopoly. Like
Yes.
there's no other platform that would be able to compete, especially if the NFTs are getting bricked in the process. So I mean, everyone will have to go through Magic Eden, and if they install like some kind of peer-to-peer exchange on there for even lower fees, like 1% fees, like I don't think you can compete with that.
I will never launch on Magic Eden. they
Yeah.
they are a centralized piece of shit. I don't like them. Unfortunately, I do trade on them, so I'm a little bit of a hypocrite. But if I
Yeah.
didn't have to deal with Magic Eden, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Um,
kind of like, all those people that say, yeah, I hate Amazon, but it's like you need to use Amazon nowadays, right? To
yeah.
purchase like goods. I mean, Magic Eden's
Luckily, I'm
kind of
not
same
one of
way.
those people. I'm like, yeah, Amazon's great.
Yeah, right? Give me that Prime.
Yeah,
Sign me up.
as an aside, Prime used to actually mean something though. Like you used to actually like get stuff really fast, but it's just it changed. I don't even know what they charge you for anymore. Honestly,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
no.
even like
The
if
price keeps going up, but I still pay because I like it.
yeah. Oh gosh, Magic Eden is the Amazon of fucking Solana.
Yeah.
Um, it's
Except
supposedly
except they actually
Ethereum.
kind of suck.
Yeah. So yeah, point is this is crazy. There's a lot of gray area around it. It's very centralized. And I think the creators should get royalties, but I also think that there's some things that you just can't control. Like there's people who want to like give people their NFTs and not even sell them to them. What are you going to fucking like punish those people because they didn't get you your money that you could have gotten for a sale? Or there's people who just, you have a friend and you want to you want to sell your NFT to your friend. Why the fuck would you go and list it on a marketplace? It just gives you the fucking currency for it.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
It's really dumb, and it's unfortunate. And it was very hot this week, so that's why we're talking about it right now.
I'm totally for like a free market. So like if people want to list on a place that doesn't have royalties, then I think that's fine. I'm actually surprised this never happened with Ethereum. I'm surprised Solana's actually leading the way in that regard. At least I never heard of it happening on Ethereum. I just heard of people using OpenSea and being okay with royalties.
Because it's absurd. Because it's absurd. That's why they were having it.
But then when you think about it in terms of like shitcoins, like if you had a shitcoin that had a, like a 10% tax on selling, like versus investing in a token that just had 1% or 2%, I mean, you'd be drawn towards a 1 or 2%, provided both of them have like the same like good benefits, the same good outlook, same good team. Like you'd always be drawn towards like the low tax stuff. At least that's how I'm justifying.
I mean, that's lower royalties are better than higher royalties. Of course.
Yeah, right. Or at least like cap all the royalties at like 1 or 2%. I just think like 10% is a bit much.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a degen mint with crap art, no roadmap, no website, no nothing, no future basically.
What do you need the 10% royalties?
Yeah, 10% is ridiculous. I think it should be like 0 or 1%, if anything.
And now I am not saying that I totally agree with this, but something that people threw back in Magic Eden's face during this is, why don't you lower your 2% fee that you charge?
Yeah.
Magic Eden. I mean, it's not like you don't have the volume where you can't, trying to scrounge up money to pay the bills at Magic Eden Enterprises or something like, why don't you not pocket so much money? But, I don't know if I agree with that, but that is something that people were like, if you care fucking so much.
But the fact is they don't really care.
No, they don't. I mean, it's clear. They don't care. They don't care about decentralization. They don't care about their user base. If they don't take any of the feedback, I mean, the thread was outrageous. Like there were a few people that were saying that they supported it, but the Twitter thread that was, the Twitter post that they put out was very largely, they were getting clowned on and people were complaining and saying that it wasn't a good idea. So if they don't take that feedback, then they don't care about their user base for sure, in my opinion. But yeah, and then you wanted to speak a little bit about like immutable metadata versus immutable. Wait, did I just say that right?
Yeah, no, you said that.
Okay.
So yeah,
immutable versus mutable.
Yeah, so this is bringing up a discussion point, which I'm pretty sure like 99% of these degens have no idea even existed. But there's this thing like immutable versus mutable. And that basically like a mutable contract is something that you can change after the fact. Like you can update the metadata, you can update the seller fees, you can update whatever. Kind of like when you're launching a shitcoin and the dev's like, oh yeah, we screwed up the taxes, we need to update them. Updating it is because that's allowed because the contract is not locked. It's mutable still. Immutable is when you can't update the contract at all. So the metadata, it's stuck after you deploy it. And now people are like, NFTs should be immutable. They shouldn't be mutable at all. And I kind of agree with that. I don't think you should be able to update these after the fact. The obvious one downside is the contract royalties are tied to the metadata, which is a downside. So I guess if you were to have immutable NFTs, that wouldn't be something you could update. Maybe there's another way around that. You can just have the contract fees or the secondary fees be something that's set by the marketplace itself. I think that's one way around that. But either way, this is making a push towards immutable NFTs because technically speaking, that's the only way you can truly own your NFT, right?
Because then no one can fuck with it. Yeah, no one can blur it. No one can yank the fucking the image.
Yeah, so I think we should have immutable NFTs, and you can still have it so where it's immutable, but if you had like a game, right, where you have to have the NFT change over time, like upgrade it, you can build that all in-game. So it's like an in-game display. So it wouldn't be displayed on the NFT itself, but something that that's programmed in game. I think that's one workaround. Obviously, the only downside is the NFT wouldn't upgrade on chain. So if you were like leveling up your NFT, you couldn't sell that leveled up NFT
Right.
down the line, unless a game maybe implements some burn mechanism where they mint a new NFT at that level. So I think there are workarounds for it. I don't know if it's going to be something that would be economically sound for projects to do, but I would assume it is if it's on Solana due to the low gas fees and low like metadata renting fees, which is like 0.0176 SOL or something crazy like that. So yeah, no, I think we should go towards immutable stuff. And what's funny is HGE, like that big whale on Solana behind the ABC.
ABC guy.
Yeah, ABCs are immutable. And he was making a comparison that in the past, it was an immutable NFT that jump-started Solana NFT ecosystem. So he's alluding to the fact that ABC being immutable now is going to jumpstart the next Solana bull market, which is interesting because I feel like it kind of did.
Well, it's interesting because we're in a fucking bear market, number one. But the more I hear about HGE and see what he's doing and hear more about what he's saying, the more I like the guy, honestly. Before I just thought he was some rich dude. Like,
yeah, he is some rich dude, but he's trying to change the ecosystem for the better.
Yeah.
And if his platform takes off, that could actually overshadow Magic Eden. I think his Hade swap is the one thing that could actually take down Magic Eden. Just
Dude,
because
please
he has
take
the
him
money.
down.
He has the money, he has the connections, and he has the people, honestly. Especially with how pissed people are at Magic Eden right now.
Magic Eden's a fucking garbage can.
It is. And it's like they have all this money. They're making all this money from the secondary fees, these launch pads, and their site is still like slow as shit. Like, come on. Like, something's weird. Something's
Update
really
the
weird.
user experience. Yeah, like what the fuck, man?
Yeah. And said they got
That's
a yacht.
crazy. You know, but I'll give them credit. I do like the new charts and stuff. So they do some things sometimes, you know, but give credit where credit is due, I guess. He still fucking sucks.
Technically, though, they stole that stuff. But
oh God, you're right.
like Soul Sniper, Hello Moon, like
yeah. Well, they needed it, so they stole it. But you know, that's what they do.
instead of like buying out projects, which would be the right thing to do, I feel.
No, they just steal their ideas.
Steal it and crush them.
yeah. Just adopt their ideas and just take over the market share. That's you know, lovely. That's crypto. That's you know, decentralization. That's what we do here.
They first take advantage of decentralization, then they make it centralized when they're on top. Which is kind of what they're doing, actually, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, we can move on, or we'll just sit here and shit talk Magic Eden all day.
We could do that all day, yep.
Yeah. So the next thing would be an arrest warrant has been put out for Kwon and 6 individuals total from the Terra Luna company chain, whatever, the Terra USD shit that collapsed earlier this year. So there's officially been an arrest warrant put out by South Korea, somewhere in South Korea. And Do Kwon or whatever, he's currently residing in Singapore. I don't know about these other folks that the authorities are after. But yeah, so that's pretty hot.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, I think it was yesterday or the day before, he just randomly tweeted out an emoji of a moon. Like the moon.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm serious. Like the balls on this guy to do that when the day of his arrest warrant coming out. Like,
no, I think he's like
a madman.
Sociopath, or like delusional. I think he's got some mental stuff going on, like grandiose. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always gave like his reactions to everything, and his the way he presented himself, and saying that like if Luna or if Terra were to die, then crypto would die, something like that. I can't remember what his wording exactly.
Yeah, he was being really cocky before everything.
Yeah, it's really cocky. I mean, at the very least, very cocky.
And he was like calling people poor and stuff like that. But then you literally just lost everyone billions of dollars. So
people have like suicide over this and shit, and he's like, it's all right. I'm okay because like I live frugally. Dude, are you kidding? Like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, he's high off of his own supply. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, definitely good. Yeah,
But I posted the tweet in the Peepcast chat. It's just insane to me that someone I've actually never seen that happen, where you get an arrest warrant and then a couple hours later you're tweeting about like the moon.
I gotta look at this.
Yeah.
What is this tweet? Oh yeah, it's just a moon.
Yeah.
It's like the moon that's in his username or whatever. Like the Luna moon. Like, is he referencing Luna? Like, after he
Luna
gets
was like crashing hard once that arrest warrant came out. So I guess he posted that to try and pump his bags again.
He's trying to engagement farm. While he learns that he cannot go back to South Korea.
Yeah. And I don't think he's going to be extradited from Singapore. I feel like he's lined those pockets up very well with all the money that he stole. I don't have any. I still have Luna. I still do have Luna, but it is locked up.
Yeah, it's in Voyager, right?
It is in Voyager, yes. It's like I never had it.
Yeah, it's like you never had it. That's funny. It's not funny, but you gotta laugh.
No, but speaking of which, I guess an impromptu thing that's hot is that Voyager is having their auction this week. It actually started, I think, 2 days ago.
What is the Voyager auction?
It's whoever's going to buy them out. Like,
okay.
People are shopping around, and apparently Coinbase and Binance came up. So hopefully, I'm praying CZ saves my bags.
Moving on, the U.S. Treasury has provided guidance on how to access locked Tornado Cash funds, and this came chronologically after they were sued by 6 folks who were users of Tornado Cash, and that lawsuit is actually being bankrolled by Coinbase. But now, somewhere on like the U.S. Treasury website, they explain to you how you can get your money out. And there is currently around 200 million sitting in Tornado Cash's smart contracts, according to DeFi Llama, at least when this article that I'm looking at came out, which was yesterday, I guess. So yeah, I guess I could link to that as well if you got some money sitting in Tornado Cash that you would like to get. So Tornado Cash has been sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department for being like in cahoots with bad people. So, but now everyone's money doesn't seem to be locked up forever. So hopefully everyone doesn't just forget about it after they get their money out, because it's still a problem as far as privacy in crypto. But that'll be all fought in court. So
if you're in the U.S., can you still access those funds, or what? Because I mean, the site doesn't work.
Well, for transactions involving Tornado Cash that were initiated prior to its designation on August 8th, but not completed by the date of designation, U.S. persons or persons conducting transaction within U.S. jurisdiction may request a specific license from OFAC to engage in transactions involving the subject virtual currency. Oh my God. I would just leave my fucking money in there. I'm not going to tell you guys anything about my money that was in Tornado Cash. That would just be like, I'd kiss that shit goodbye at this point. They don't need to know that shit. I don't need to like have a conversation with them and get some like special key or something in order to do it. That's what it sounds like to me. But I'll link to this because that's all it is. It's guidance that they put on their website. So, but it sounds like yes, but you have to like get some type of permission, right? Is that what that sounded like to you?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be scared though, because I feel like if you're getting permission, they know your address now for sure.
Yeah. So
it's like, do you?
So
want
whatever.
That?
So yeah, but I'll link this in the show notes in case anyone wants to read that and get their own interpretation of it, or maybe get your money out if you need to. It's a very interesting story to me. I'm looking forward to hearing more about how it develops as far as the court case and everything. But moving on, people have been wondering, where in the world is Frank DeGods and the rest of the Utes team? Because they have fallen off of the face of the earth and they have ceased to interact on Twitter after the art was delayed for Utes. The art reveal was delayed. Freudian slip there, because apparently people are under the impression that they didn't have the art ready, which is, it's not a hard conclusion to come to when they're not revealed. Their like tube thing doesn't look anything like the art, and they're nowhere to be found. They're nowhere to be found, like, to answer this question. So, yeah, but a couple of funny tweets went out. One was from Spicy Salami. He said, DeGods team rage quit for real. Which, that one cracked me up.
Should we check sales on private islands, like recent sales?
Yeah, right. Another one, function, OX function, tweeted out, yo, Frank DeGods, just tweet, period, if you're okay, homie. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. Like, I was looking at the valuation of DeGods and Utes, and they've pretty much stayed the same.
Yeah.
Like, in what world does that happen? Like, the cult is just too freaking strong.
Oh my God,
it's unparalleled. Like, if it were any shitcoin like we were in, right?
Oh, it would be dumped to fuck. It would be dead. It would be dead. People would be funding it left and right. Yeah, like people would be like trying to like probably track them down and like threatening their family and shit. But no, since it's Frank, no, he's just taking a nap.
Yeah, like he needs this well-needed rest.
Yeah, it's a lot of work that they did, and they ran into some problems, so they just needed to rest. Probably. I mean, they're not telling us why or what's going on, but I think that's what it is because I really like Frank a lot.
Yeah, they only raised like tens of millions of dollars and disappeared. No biggie, just let them rest.
Just let them take a nap. They'll be up in a little while.
Yeah, nah, like any other project, there's no recovering from that.
No.
It's like dead.
It's a fucking phenomenon is what it is. It's an anomaly.
Yeah, no, it's scary to see that happen, Like you have this big ass project worth, I think collectively like over 150 million, right?
I don't fucking
between
know.
the two.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's what we said before, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's just insane. Just disappearing. Actually, it's probably closer to 200 million. Just insane that you would disappear like that. Like even if the you needed some rest or something, like okay, maybe a day, but Jesus Christ, what it's been like a week?
I'm not sure. I've lost track.
Like, holy shit.
Has he said anything at all on his? I haven't even looked.
I even looked at his likes, so like maybe he was like liking stuff on the side. Nope.
Oh no. He's like missing in action. Like the man could be like kidnapped or something right now and we wouldn't know. I mean, somebody would know if he was missing, right? He's been muted. Yeah, the last time he tweeted was on September 8th. Today's the 15th, and yeah, let's look at the likes. Last like was on September 8th. Yeah, he's taking a really serious break because he's like really tired. He's not even liking anything. So yeah, that has been people have been talking about it, so that's why we're talking about it. And we always like talking about DeGods and Utes, honestly, because it's fun to talk about. It's fun to talk about the fucking circus. But with that being said, is there anything else that's hot right now?
I don't know. I think that's it, right?
Then I think we can take a break now.
Wouldn't it be nice to be part of an alpha community whose main focus isn't to find exit liquidity for the owner and whomever else shills their bags to you? Well, that's exactly what you'll find at Cat's Crypto Peepshow. And our new VIP room in the Discord is even more tuned in to bringing you the best crypto and NFT trading tips and info, while also getting to know each other and improving all aspects of our lives, not only our financial situations. So check out the audition in the show notes and qualify for your OG VIP peep roll today.
Batman, why is Bitcoin difficulty so high right now?
I'm not sure why.
So much hash.
Oh my God.
That one got a laugh out of you.
Yeah, that's a good one. So much hash.
So, week in review. We had, like I said before, our AMA with Sisyphus was on Monday the 12th, and it was really good. Give that a listen. I did a giveaway for XCorp or XCorp. I don't know if I can say that word. It is a Solana NFT, and it is clothing based. Is this the clothing based one?
I don't know. There's so many brand and
There's been
clothing based
some
ones.
brand
like
ones. Yes, I do believe this is a clothing based one. Forgive me if that is not correct, but I did do a giveaway for that. We got the Dead Monkeys in Phase Protocol podcast uploaded. That is episode number 8. That was a really nice AMA, so give that a listen if you have not yet. I did a giveaway for an Aptos NFT called In Silva, which it's another like brand. It's maybe even a clothing one, honestly. But since it's Aptos, I grabbed it for you guys. And I did a giveaway for Psycatz, which is actually still going. If you guys would like to enter that, I have 10 spots for that. That's another Solana NFT. The art's okay. It's colorful. It's cats. There's kind of a cat trend going on right now in Solana NFTs. I'm not sure where it came from, but there are a bunch of cat projects coming out. So that's one of them.
Mm-hmm. And that one actually seems pretty interesting just based on how many groups are offering that. And
yeah, I have seen it around a lot.
The spots are usually going away very, very quickly. So if you haven't entered, you probably should.
Yeah, you probably should. I think there's 9 of the 10 spots left, which you can tell why I'm a little frustrated with giveaways. So if 9 of you would like to join that, it might still be going on when you hear this. But yeah, Psycatz. If you don't get it through me, maybe take a look at the project. It might be something half decent. And that brings us to today. Pretty quiet week. Yeah. Well,
there were some mints, I think, that popped up that did okay. There was Wade, which is like this NFT pass where you get like airdrops for other NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
And that did ridiculously well. I faded this one hard. But it was like a 0.5 mint, and now it's sitting at almost 19 SOL, I think.
What?
Yeah, and it minted just, I don't know, like 3 hours ago.
Huh, well, good job to everyone in on that. I hadn't even heard of it.
Yeah, there have been a lot of weird mints that I've faded just because I thought they looked dumb before, but surprisingly they took off. Like they all got like weird partnerships going now with like these big DAOs.
Okay, so that's something,
crazy.
And when I was talking to you earlier, I wanted to touch on that. There's no rhyme or reason in the market right now. Nothing makes sense. It's chaotic. You don't really know what's going to do well and what's not going to do well. So that was another thing that went into my decision to just not grab every fucking whitelist that I could find. Because I don't know what's going to do good. Because stuff that looks like it's terrible, it ends up doing really well. And I can't get a pulse on what the hell is going on. And then stuff dumps. Like no one wants to hold anything also. So there's just a lot of opportunity to lose money as well.
There was one,
fucking
Yukio?
Bit Warriors and
Yeah.
Bit Warriors and Soul Swipe was early this week. Bit Warriors I gave away whitelist for. I did not mint it. I think I was asleep or something. But they ended up like moving money off to a sex, and it looked really sketchy. I don't know what's happened since then. Soul Swipe.
Dead.
Okay, so it's possible rug. Soul Swipe had a really bad mint. But of course, because it was botted, it's probably still sitting above the floor price. That is a debit card, a Solana debit card. But then they announced that they're going to be cross-chain because, why wouldn't they be cross-chain with a name like Soul Swipe, for fuck's sake? That one always looked kind of strange to me. Yeah, that whole thing always looks a little weird to me. I was whitelisted for that, but I didn't mint that either. But it might be doing okay. There's only one dev like in the whole of Solana who knows like anti-bot measures. Is that an exaggeration?
I think it's safe to say that, Solport might be the only one that's not bottable right now.
Solport is the only launchpad that's not bottable. And they did, and I think we failed to mention it, there was a stealth mint on there called Dumbass Donkeys. And it was a stealth mint. I assume there was no whitelist, and it was not botted. And when I say not botted, I mean that like it was 3 per wallet, and every wallet ended up with 3. Like the distribution. That doesn't mean that like people didn't multi-wallet it and things like that. But you didn't see people mint like 100 and 500 of the fucking things, which you end up seeing on these other mints. But yeah, it's like Solport is the only launchpad that is unbottable. And it's crazy.
Yeah, which is kind of funny though, because I think it was yesterday, or maybe it
Ukio?
was the day before. Yeah, that got botted actually.
It did?
Yeah, it did. Apparently one guy was able to mint like a crap ton of them off of Solport. So it was not secondary buys. It was actual Solport that he botted. But they're like, this guy's like in some really, really exclusive private DAO that I don't think like anyone can get into unless you like know someone in there. But no, yeah, no, like privately there obviously is something now that works on it.
Oh, right. Great.
But nothing that's public like Blockfriend, Urban, or Veritech, or whatever else is out there. Nothing else works on it yet because they changed their code every single mint.
Is Tom is he like the dev
Yeah, he is.
or the main dev?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say hopefully Tom can patch that, but I didn't know if he was actually like the developer. So
Yeah,
I'm sure he has
no.
more than one developer, but you know what I mean.
He said something. He said that it was actually an auto clicker, so not a bot. But I don't believe that. It was way too efficient for an auto clicker because I've seen all the auto clickers. I mean, we've used them with like SolarBot, like they're actual trash.
Yeah,
It
that would have had to
doesn't
be a
work.
really lucky auto clicker, I think.
Yeah, so I think there was definitely a bot. Even back in August, there was one guy that cracked it, and he open sources his bot that was able to go on Solport and mint everything.
I'll admit, I was saying back in like, I don't know, like May or whenever I came over to, I was like, someone needs to learn how to bot Solport. But now I'm like, I'm so like disenchanted with it. Cause like I bought stuff on BSC, but I feel like it's different because people know how to, people have like anti-bot code and anti-bot measures on their launch pads and things like that. But Solana is just like rampant. Like the bots just eat like so well, and sometimes it makes other people not have a chance, and that's not cool. I don't think it's good for the ecosystem overall, honestly. I've been changing my stance on botting, I guess. I have access to a bot, but I haven't used it yet. And now I'm like, I don't know if I want to use it because
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still like indifferent on it.
yeah, I
I
don't
don't know
know.
how to feel. I've lived long enough to see myself become the villain.
Yeah, I think there just needs to be more. There needs to be more of a balance on Solana, and that the balance isn't there. I think that's what the problem is. I think both can exist, but I think that the bots have way too much of an advantage. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's how I feel right now.
GMers, that was this week, right?
Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
know enough about what the fuck that is to like talk about it.
Dude, I did not see this coming at all. So it was a free mint.
Okay,
It was
okay, wait,
botted
let me
to
back up
shit
for a second. Didn't Dead Monkeys give away for it? I
for
think I
GMers.
saw it. I
Oh
think
my
I
god,
saw.
please don't say that because that means
No,
I
I'm pretty
faded
sure
it.
they did because the fucking thing had a 50,000 supply. And that was the first thing on their shill post was 50,000 supply and then parenthesis, yeah, we know. So I was immediately turned off. I was like, I'm not even going to fucking
Oh
try and
my
get a spot
god,
for this.
yeah. Jeez. Yeah, we know we
Yeah.
got 10 spots.
Yeah, so I didn't try. I didn't go to get spots for it. I was like, why the fuck would something have a 50,000 supply ever?
God.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's unfortunate. But even back then, like I don't blame us because 50,000 supply, free mint, like I did not expect that to go over like 0.01 sold,
That's
to be
what I'm
honest with you.
saying. Yeah,
And
it's
like
absurd.
when you think about it, just what does it have going for it? It's just one big ass DAO, and it has a collab with I think a fitness app.
Oh, wow, a fitness
so-
app? Wow.
Yeah, you can get stronger to lift all those bags.
Oh, man.
So obviously we missed out on the fitness app because that's worth 0.49 soul now.
Well, the joke is on them because I have like 10 fitness apps on my phone already.
But you have the GMers fitness app.
No, I don't. I'm okay with that.
But yeah, no, this is absolutely wild to see this. So I guess a lot of people were joking around that this is actually the top. And
Oh
I
my
won't be
God.
surprised.
It is. I think it is. I think there's not been enough pain yet, honestly.
Yeah.
I think,
And you know what's crazy? One dude actually minted over I think 1,000 of them with their bot.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, with the Blockfriend bot, they minted over 1,000. And originally people were clowning on him like this moron. He's about to lose everything. But I guess the joke's on all of us because now he's up like over 500 soul, I think. Probably over
Okay, so
600.
what was
'cause
he
had a
going to
bunch of
lose
rares.
with a free mint to begin with?
So it depends. If he just got the whitelist tokens for free through all these DAOs, then nothing, because I think it was airdropped to them. But the token
Sorry, it's
itself,
whitelist. Yeah.
yeah, the token itself, I think was going for 0.05 to 0.07, maybe even more than. I think some people said it went to 0.2, even at the highest. Sol per token, and each token gave you 10 mints.
Jesus Christ, I should just start selling my fucking whitelist tokens.
Yeah, I mean the whitelist tokens were going like hotcakes. So you do that, and if it's a free mint, you also have to pay 0.0176 Sol per free mint to rent that
Right.
address. So I mean, this dude shelled out, I think, no more than, assuming he got all the tokens for free, I think he shelled out no more than like 12 Sol. 12 Sol to like over 600. Like, that's pretty insane. But I would not have expected that from this, which is why I
Yeah.
faded it so hard. I thought it was so stupid.
Yeah, I hate crypto pretty much. I'm
I
quitting.
don't
See you guys
know.
later.
This is the last Peepcast, guys. Peace.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed it.
Back to
Oh,
Web
God.
2. Any mints coming up?
Anything at all. I know one thing coming up is we have an AMA with Solana TV. And Solana TV is a pretty interesting project. They offer like production of interviews, claymation interviews, and production of television shows for Solana people and projects. They're actually doing one for DeGods. If the team ever shows up, I guess. Maybe they've just been shooting the Solana TV shit. You know, they're just like hiding. Who knows? I doubt it, but so yeah, that's Solana TV. We did give whitelist away. I think they're still in mint though. Their mint they didn't sell out, so like they're still trying to mint out. But they're builders and they're like creator based, and that's the kind of stuff that I like. So we're gonna talk with them on Monday. Is there anything else coming up mint-wise or otherwise that you know of?
I think the Solana TV will be very interesting. But as far as mints go, we've got Dat Bois tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I actually put out my newsletter of the week ahead last night. And if you'd like to subscribe to this, I do put it out weekly. Just as like a look ahead, it's katherinejenkins.substack.com. It's actually, you can find the podcast there as well. Yes, Dat Bois is coming up Friday the 16th, and it is a one Sol mint on Solana, clearly. It's a goofy little community. No idea what's going to happen after the mint. But they're fun. They're fun people. If you feel like spending one Solana to have fun and then maybe losing it, then you can do that. You can mint. Doomsday Mummies is like a Web3 job-based thing. That mint is also on the 16th. That's 0.4 Sol. And then there is another job-based Web3 thing. These things are just popping up everywhere. Busy Boars, which I gave away whitelist for both of these as well. That is 0.89 Sol, and that's going to be on Saturday the 17th. So those are some mints coming up that I was looking at specifically. Not sure I'm going to mint them, but I will probably be keeping an eye on them. What do you think about all these multiple job board, job listing, job search type things popping up, Batman?
I don't know, actually. I don't know what to think. I feel like if you're looking for jobs, it's pretty cool, but from an investment standpoint, it feels like they're trying to go or create some kind of meta, and I feel like it's not going to work.
What the fuck is the meta they're trying to create? The job meta? Like,
The job meta.
is there really a demand? Like, I've been applying for a lot of jobs. I have not been getting a lot of jobs. And I know a lot of people have been applying for a lot of jobs. And so they have like the Rethinkable bot. We have that in the server now. That's in 100. That's in like 100 some servers now. That people
way.
can,
That's crazy.
where people can reply, like literally reply. They can apply for jobs through that, and list jobs through that. And then there's the library, for job listings and applying. So I don't know. It's weird to me.
Yeah,
And then there's another one. I told you, like, that guy DM'd me, his own Web3 job thing. So I don't. It's fucking strange to me.
Yeah, I feel like a few of these projects are definitely like opportunists. Probably they're trying to go after that job market and make a quick buck with what might be like a really, really simple website. Because I mean, Rethinkable, I feel like they have something unique there. You know,
they're trying to make like a LinkedIn type thing for Web3, and they actually want to have like workshops and things like that for people. So they're going more the social route, whereas I don't know if these other ones, Busy Boars or the Mummies, Doomsday Mummies, I'm not sure if they're going in that type of direction or not.
I don't know. Like when I'm thinking about these companies, you know, like a job board, I don't typically think, you know, like, you know, I really need to apply to a job. Let's go to doomsdaymummies.com.
Doomsday Mummies, yeah. Let's go to the Silk Road or whatever the fuck it's called. What's it called? The Silk Drive. Yeah, so the Silk Drive, and it has nothing to do with jobs actually, is a decentralized storage network built by our team, not our team, I'm reading this, open to all projects that want to securely store their metadata on a fast and reliable drive.
Yeah.
I'm just like picturing like my like external hard drive right here. It's a fast one. It's high speed. In the easiest way possible. Is there a demand for this?
I think there's a demand for data. I don't think these guys are the ones. I think because I mean, like, think about it. This is a 0.4 Sol mint. They're probably not going to get that much in royalties or secondary fees, right? Like, I don't even know what the supply size is. I feel like they won't be able to support this infrastructure for more than like a couple months, maybe.
Right.
And then it just disappears into oblivion along with all the data on your Silk Drive. I think if you were serious about like decentralized storage, you'd probably just go to something like Genesis.
Not Doomsday Mummies?
not Doomsday Mummies, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
I would not store all your family photos on Doomsday Mummies.
Sometimes I wonder what the fuck these projects are thinking, like with their names of their...
Yeah, it's like... You know, no one's going to take you seriously.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, like Rethinkable, though. Rethinkable, I feel like that's nice.
Yeah, I don't know what it means, but it sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good. But like Busy Boars or Doomsday Mummies, like that doesn't sound official.
Busy Boars. And then their platform is one step busier. That sounds fucking terrible. Like, I do not want to be any busier than I already am. In all honesty, I'm busy enough. One step might put me over the edge.
Yeah. Right?
Oh my gosh.
This is bad.
We're just sitting here fudding these guys, like just clowning on them.
But
sorry,
the thing
guys.
Is, our FUD rate is actually pretty high. We called some really bad projects out early. Right? Didn't we?
Yeah. What was the one? Dragon Labs. And I didn't go into detail with this with Sisyphus because I didn't want to make him like feel bad. I don't know if I would have, but we were already talking about like how people were upset with him for calling that and shit. So I didn't want to be like, well, I knew months ago, or I knew like weeks ago that these guys were gonna suck.
I'm pretty sure it was months ago, but
it feels like months ago.
Sorry, sis.
Yeah, but so Dragon Labs, they claimed something that they wanted to make something more efficient. I can't remember what it was. I don't even really remember at this point what their use case was. Do you?
It was social analytics.
Social analytics. Oh, right.
Yeah,
we were interested in it.
We were interested in mostly because it was like calculating your call rate or something.
Yeah, it was like something that could possibly like calculate your call rate, which sounds really messy to me, honestly, because we like do that manually. But anyway, that's why we were interested in it. And then so I was going to get spots for them, and I learned in the process that the first giveaway that they were going to have me do for them was just a password to join their Discord, right? And then a week later, they were going to give me another password for people to actually get whitelist spots. So they expected people to leave the server and then come back to get their whitelist spot. And I was thinking, are you insane? Like, do you think that this is a good idea? This is a good way to retain members in your community? This is a good way to like efficiently give people their whitelist roles? So I told them no thank you and I left. And I thought that was so funny to me because I was like, I'm just gonna say no thanks and I'm gonna dip out of this ticket. And I just and they had a whole separate server to talk about collaborations. like
which is
whitelist
just dumb.
collaborations. So I left the entire server, the collab server, after I said no thank you.
And that's funny because they're like trying to build a whitelist manager too, but they can't even manage their own server.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's like, it's bad.
That was a red flag to me that they were just completely contradicting what they said that they were going to do. So something happened with their royalties were set at 98%. And this is like the same thing with fucking the Unveiled. Like these projects keep like setting their royalties at 98%. So that causes a lot of FUD, right? So that was one of the things that went wrong with their minting process. But I don't know what happened on that. I just know that it was a shit show. And I know that we knew early on that something was wrong. And we were right. And we like being right.
Yes, we do.
What was another one? There's got to be another one that
Man, I feel like we've flooded so many things and then it panned out to be right. Like it's hard to keep track of this.
It's confirmation bias, but sometimes confirmation bias, actually 100% of the time, confirmation bias works out in your favor. So yeah, good for us.
Yeah, we've saved a lot of money. Our bags have not grown in a bad way.
I'm out of all those, I'm most likely to mint Dat Bois.
Yeah,
because I don't even know why I want to mint it.
It's just funny, I think. Like their
tweets
are funny.
They have like the same kind of art as GMers too. Mm-hmm. So maybe that just coincidentally could be an advantage.
And it's going to be bullish because they already have a stolen collection on Magic Eden.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it popped up like 30 minutes ago. They're like, please report this, guys.
Oh my god.
So I mean, that's good. I think
stolen collections can be pretty bullish. Yeah, it means someone believes in them.
Someone sees the possibility here.
Yeah, someone sees the potential. So they went through their trouble to steal their collection.
And I think it was either you told me this or you showed me it in writing, but basically it sounded like this is he needs us to succeed because he like went all in on this, right?
He did say, and I don't know if he was referring to this project or if he was. I think my impression was that he was just referring to coding in general. The man has devoted his life to coding, basically. But yeah, there is a possibility that he really needs this project to work out, or he's just going to be like eating paper or something. He's like going to be a poor person. But he's an actual coder, and he did release this factory thing where you can go in and make your own Dat Bois images, which is pretty fun, honestly. And then there's like a flip game, like a flip gambling game that he built out. So those were ready before the mint. What's going to happen after the mint? Like I said, I have no fucking idea. Fun community though. If maybe holding the NFT gives you access to the community, that would be kind of worth it. Maybe. I don't know. Well, I don't have anything else. So I suppose that we could wrap it up at this point. So I will just say, please, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the podcast. Join our Discord and hang out with us. It's discord.gg/Katz Crypto Peepshow. Follow us on Telegram at Katz Crypto Peepshow. Follow me on Twitter at ShitGemDigger. Follow Batman at I'm the Batman. And Batman is spelled, or Bat rather, is spelled BHATT. It's the Indian version of Batman. I think that's everything. So yeah, give us some follows. And thank you so much for listening. We will catch you next time. Peace.
All right, see ya.